Hello everyone. So in this video we will proceed ahead from where we have left off in the last video of this low polygon car modeling. Up until now we have given a basic shape to the car and we have made grooves on the car as you can see, and we have mirrored our car and we have generated a half body of the car so that we should not spend much time uh, on the modeling to do on the whole car. Instead, just do it on the one side. So next thing which I want to do here is that I will be creating the tire. So for the tire, let's come to the right orthographic view first. And what we can do is we can use that exact same shape, the cylindrical shape, which we have used to create these grooves. If you have deleted that, then I would request you to create a new cylinder and then you need to adjust manually here. Ideal choice is to come to the orthographic view or into the wireframe view so that you can make the precise placement. Now let's bring this shape out here. Okay, so we need to do the placement. So we'll bring this here, and it's better to switch to wireframe view. So I'll press Z and I'll select wireframe and I'll adjust it very carefully. Like this. All right. Okay, so this needs adjustment from side as well. So let's zoom in and place it here. All right, good. Now, first of all, usually tire is not like that much big, which touches the car body. So the first thing which I will do here is that to reduce the size of this cylinder. So I'll switch to scale tool and I'll reduce its size like this. Let's switch to the wireframe view so that we can see the edges to compare the size difference. And I think this much scale down seems about right. Let's zoom out a bit. I think it's good enough for the time being. If we feel like that this is not looking good, then maybe we can change the size afterwards. Let's come to front view as well, and obviously tire should not be that much broad. I mean in exceptional cases, but usually we have like a tire with a thin thickness compared to this one. So I'll select this and I'll scale it down to this much thickness. I'll place it inside the cardboard. All right. Let's check the placement of the shape into the solid view. Perfect. Now let's come to the modeling of the tire. So I'm just going to give a basic shape over here. First, I'll go to the edit mode of the tire and then I'll select the front face and I'll insert this face first. For that, you all know the shortcut is I. So I'll press I over here and I'll give a small amount of insert, about this much, and I'll click to stop. The next thing which I'll do is I'll extrude this face inward. So I'll press E shortcut for extrude region and push it down like this. Again, for this also, the inward extrude, you don't need to give too much value. And then let's insert this face again and keep the value quite small, around this I would say, seems good enough to me. And then finally, one last adjustment is that I'll press extrude, I'll press E shortcut for extrude and I'll extrude this outwards, giving the look of the axle on which we usually place the tire. So this much detail is good enough as of now. If it is required, we will make the changes laterwards. So I'll exit the edit mode and let it go. Now this shape is not required here, so we can simply delete it. Now let's move to the car now, because uh, what I'll do is I will make another changes if required on the tire. So I'll do that, and once after applying all the materials, then only finally I will make the copies. So let's leave the tire wherever it is and we'll come to the car. And the first thing which I'll add it here is that the windshields, front and the back one, and windows on the side. For which, let's start from the front windshield. So I'll select this face and I'm going to use inset face tool over here, but in a different manner. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So if I'll insert this, you can see that face is getting inset from all the side. But if I do something over here, you can notice that along the one side, that edge is like, adjoining with the mirror car body. If you just observe on the top, something is written boundary and for which the shortcut is B written. So actually I am, toggling off this boundary by pressing this B shortcut. Now if I'll switch off the boundary, so here this output is like convenient for us, because if I'll keep the inset face like this, and if I'll, let's say, extrude it, so I will get my windshield like this, which is not a correct modeling design. Okay, we have a like single windshield, okay, not like, divided in two sections. This will look ideal for the window, but not for the windshield. So what I'll do, I'll undo this and I'll press I first and I'll insert the face, and with that you can see that, on the top side it is written boundary for which the shortcut is B. So these are the like sub options available for the inset face tool. So by pressing the B, I will toggle off the boundary. So I'll select the face and I'll insert this, and then obviously I'll press B to switch off the boundary, and here we go. Now I will give just very small amount and then I'll stop and I'll come to the front. Now we need to adjust one thing over here. If we see, while inserting the faces, we have got different amount of thickness around the face like this. So here on the vertical side, we can see that these faces have like equal amount of gap, but this one is like having more thickness. So that we need to fix manually, and it's very simple. All we need to do is we will switch to edge mode first, and we need to just select this edge and we'll push it like this. Try to bring it to the close enough adjustment where you will be satisfactory with, like, seeing that all the sides have equal amount of gap. All right, this seems good enough for me. Now it is looking much better. Now last thing, we know that we will select this face now into the face mode and we'll extrude it inwards just with a small amount, this much, not much more than that. And then we will select this face, because we can see that, still we are this one face which is coming into the center. So we need to carefully select this face and we'll press delete and we'll choose faces. So if we now see, we have got a seamless windshield onto the front side. Now let's repeat the same on the back quickly. So I'll select the face, inset, and that boundary was already on by default, so I'll let it be. That is good for us. And into the edge mode, we will be adjusting this edge. Then we'll extrude it inwards. And then finally we will just carefully select this center face and we'll delete it like this. Now let's come to the windows part. So we'll come here. Now for the window, we can see that this is an entire one single face. So and usually we see two windows for two different doors. So for the first thing I'll do is I'll divide this by inserting a loop cut over here. So I'll press Ctrl R and I'll insert a loop, and what I'll do here is that I'll push it a bit towards the right side, because usually that front window, the front door is like bigger one compared to the back door. So just a bit on the right side, not too much. All right, good enough. Now here what we need to do is we will select the faces and I'll press Inset and we'll stop here. So here we need to adjust both of the edges manually. So I'll into the edge mode, I'll select them one by one and I'll make the adjustment. Now again into the face mode, let's repeat the same here as well. Edge mode first here, second here. All right, so we have got two separate faces with some gap in between. So all which is left is to just extrude them inwards to create the windows. So I'll press E now and push it a bit inwards like this with a very minimum gap, not too much. So this way we can add detail to our car. Okay, this is looking good. Let's proceed ahead. Next thing what I want to add here is an exhaust on the front of the hood, for considering that my car has a large engine. So I'll come to the edit mode and I'll simply insert a loop cut on my car along these edges. So I'll press Ctrl R, insert the loop and push it a bit towards the left side or to the center, because if I'll keep it center, then the hood will be, the exhaust for the engine will become very much wide. So I'll keep it here, and then into the face mode I'll select this face and I'll extrude it upwards like this. Okay, and now to adjust this exhaust for the engine, all I need to do is I need to select this edge, this one, that you need to select carefully, and you need to dissolve this edge, not delete. Okay, so you need to press first delete option so that this menu will come here, and then you need to choose the option dissolve edges. Okay, otherwise if you choose delete, then it will delete the faces also joining that edge, so that we don't want. And with that you can see that this has become a slopey shape, which seems good enough. So we have got this one detail onto our car as well. Now after this, let's pay attention to how to create headlights. Now this is something going to be very much interesting. What I'll do is I'll select this face and I will make a duplicate of the face. Now this is something interesting. Up till now we have learned that how to create duplicate of the objects only, but here we can do this as well to make the duplicate of a specific section of the model. And the reason for that is that if I am making duplicate from this object, then you can see that it is also getting mirrored. Now that is the benefit over here. Otherwise, I can simply insert a cube or any object inside the edit mode, making it single one object, but that will not become a mirrored object. So we will not prefer this option. We will just make the duplicate of this space, and the shortcut is same, that is Shift D, this one. So I'll choose this Shift D, pull it outwards like this, and then I'll adjust it with the scale tool to create the headlights. So I'm going to keep like very standard rectangle looking headlights to match the look with the car. So this much seems good enough, and then I'll extrude it a bit outwards like this. Alright, good enough. Now just place it with the car. So I'll come here and into the wireframe view. I'll select all these faces and I'll push it down like this. Let's check it in the solid view how that headlight is looking. Seems good enough. Okay. Now with the headlight, what I want to add here is one more light which we can consider as the fog light. So simply select this face, Shift D, pull it downwards, and the fog light is not going to be as big as the headlights. So I'll reduce its height like this, or maybe some thickness if you want. So I'll do that, and then I'll extrude this one also. And lastly, let's place it inside the car. All right. One more thing we can add over here. And 1 second. Let's pull these faces a bit upwards. We can deselect these faces by Control key. So with Shift we can add selection, and with Control we can deselect objects. Perfect. And let's pull them upwards a bit like this. All right. Now, one more thing I want to add here, a detail to the car, is that a bumper. Okay. For that, what I'll do, let's duplicate this face. Bring it to the bottom like this. Make sure to match it to edge. All right. And then we will scale it to increase its width. Just a bit. All right, make sure to align it edge to edge. And no need to worry if it is going outside. Actually, I wanted that. So what I'll do here is, first of all, I'll extrude it outwards like this, and then we'll come here. Oops. We'll come here and I'll insert a loop cut over here like this and bring it towards this edge. Now afterwards, what I'll do, I'll select this face. 1 second. Let me check into the solid which we have. This face we need to select, and then I'll extrude it on this side. Perfect. Now into the wireframe view, let's select all of these faces. Very good. Let's check it if we have got the proper selection or not. So from the top view, I think we can make the better adjustment of the placement. So I'll place it like this. Let's see into the solid view how our bumper is looking up. It is looking good. Now similarly, I will create a bumper on the back side also along with the tail lights. So let's do the same process. And for the tail light, what I am going to do is either I can copy this entire face, or rather I'll just make a duplicate of this, because this has been already reduced with the size. So Shift T, Shift T to duplicate and pull it to the back like this. Let's bring it all the way to the back. Yeah, much better. Extrude it a bit outwards. I think not too much. Let's check. This much seems about right. And just to make the difference over here, I am not going to keep this sort of shape for the tail light. What I'll do, I'll make it on the side as well, the tail light part. So we'll come here and you see it is going way too big, so we will reduce its size like this. Alright, that seems to be right. This one also. Let's come to the back orthographic view, and this much seems good enough. And then we will add a loop cut over here and align it with this edge. And then we'll extrude this face like this. So this is our tail light now. Now let's place it. So we'll select and place it like this. Let's check it to the solid view. Alright, seems about right. Maybe we can push it a bit upwards. Alright. Now next thing is that I want to add a rear bumper also. So for that, what I'll do, simply select this face, yeah, and Shift D to duplicate, bring it back here. It's a small adjustment, so I'll do that. Oh. Select this edge and bring it a bit outwards like this, or maybe you can match the length with the front bumper. And then what we need to do is we'll extrude this out a bit like this. We'll come here, insert a loop cut like this. And seems about right. Now just do the placement. Alright. So this much detail seems good to go, looks good to go. Alright, perfect. Alright, so this much detail is done. Now I'll add just one last thing and then we'll be like finishing the modeling part. So here in the center, I will be adding a grill because usually engine in the front there it has an exhaust system so that you know that the heat can be vented out easily. Now to create the grill, what I'll do, I'll select this face and I'll duplicate it with Shift D. So I'll do that and pull it outwards like this. Then I will extrude it just a bit. Okay, we can check the thickness laterwards also. I think this much seems about right to put a grill. And let's do one thing, select this face and push it a bit upwards. Keep around a square shape or dimension for this grill, and then we'll select all the faces and we'll place them just about at the right height like this. Okay, let's for the time being keep it away from the engine, so we'll keep it at a distance and we'll come to the front angle, and from here, yeah, so I'll adjust the placement from front orthographic also. Perfect. Come to the solid view, and now what I'll do, this looks about right. Now here I will add a loop, so I'll use Control R and come to the front orthographic, and I will keep it on the right side just about when I'll see I have like a square shaped gap. This is just to keep the uniformity, okay, that we are following the same kind of thickness for the grill as well. That's why I'm doing so. And then I'll select this face and I'll extrude it all the way down just right above on the bumper. Let's check it into the solid view. Okay, perfect. Now next thing is I'll add a loop cut over here and bring it downwards, and let's place it here. Fine. Lastly, I'll extrude this face like this, and I'll keep it just at the center like this. Perfect. Let's check it into solid view. So we can see that we have got a frame for the grill part. Now it's up to you. Either you want to create the cuts horizontally or vertically. Let me show you from horizontal angle first. So on this particular side, I will insert numerous number of cuts. Let's check if 16 number is good enough. I think we need some more because this is like seems to be a bigger gap. So we'll undo this, and how about 20 this time? I think this much seems about right. So what we can do is, into the face mode we can select every alternative face and we can extrude it like this, and we can say that we have completed the grill. Or else what you can do is, you can insert some loop cuts along this side, like this. Okay, I have kept a 10 number value, and similar process here also. Select each alternative face with shift key and extrude it. So whatever design you feel like, I think this one is looking good over here. So maybe, but the only problem is that at the center, there is the like gap difference. So let's fix this. What we can do, I'll add one loop cut over here like this and place it into the center, maybe around like this. Then into the face mode, select this face and extrude it like this. Alright, thickness seems to be very over, then maybe we need to take an even number cuts. I have taken odd number cuts over here around 10. So I think if we would have taken odd number cut, then it might look better. But if you want to manage it like this, then you can definitely do so. So this way you can create a grill for the engine to let the air vent out. And let's do its placement now. So into the face mode, we'll select the face, and now with the control key we will select the unwanted selection, deselect the unwanted selection, sorry. So like this, and let's check at the bottom. Alright, so I think like only grill is selected here. So we'll come to the top view and we'll attach it front, and I'll just push it a bit inwards. Reason being is that I want to select this again easily, so that when I'll do the materials part, then I can make a selection quite easily. We can readjust it later, but no need to worry about this. So we'll come to the solid view now and we'll see our modeling. I think this seems good to go. So here we are done with the modeling part. No need to worry about the tires. Okay, we will, when we'll apply the modeling, sorry, when we'll apply the materials, then we'll make the copies of the tires and then we'll do the placement. So here we are like done with the complete modeling of the car. Thank you so much for watching.